aha de tutu so asem asi enura na me de betu dwa sɛ Russia mampanyini Vladimir Putin akwakopi mu ɛwɔ Beijing China man abra 5 days pepepe na US Donald Trump so ɛkɔ Beijing saa na Russia mampanyini enura wɔn so wakwakosi n'akyi na ɔmode nkɔmɔ twetwe hyehyɛ so ama akɔso dendenden na nkɔmɔ no emu nsɛm bi ni sɛ Russia mampanyini kyerɛ sɛ ɔne China alliance na ɔmayɛ no enye se bia ɔman bi nti na ɔmo yɛ saa ɔmo yɛ for the protection of ɔmo China fo ɛna ɔmo Russia fo enti mo bia ntene ba bi nwin sɛ ɛna Putin ne China fo ayɛ say too much ɛna ɔmo fa Donald Trump ho pɔ dabi ɔmo ne ɔman bia ni problem bia na emo ɔmo mienu deɛ ɛbɔ ɔmo ho ban yie sɛ wonya wodi be CD a ɛne ɔmo so mbetwa na mmom sesie a ɔkasa yi ɔne China for aye trade investment aye $200 billion. Wow. $200 billion. Na sika no enye dollars mu no my trading no. O my trading no in rubles and yuan. Me kire rubles China sika Russia sika rubles. And yuan China sika mu. Na mum trading no o my anye no dollars ni. We part say omu pam dollar mo kakra mo pam dollar mo kakra yenti mu asen ewo ha Essa coisa assim.
Stability. I look forward to seeing you again soon in Beijing. Thank you so much for your attention.
Before boarding a plane to Beijing, Russian President Vladimir Putin recorded a statement addressed directly to what he called his dear Chinese friends. The message was not a diplomatic formality. It was a framing exercise designed to set the tone of his visit to President Xi Jinping before a single handshake took place. Putin said Russian-Chinese relations have reached an unprecedented level. He described the partnership's potential as truly limitless. He pointed to a 25-year-old treaty as the foundation, a trade relationship that has long exceeded $200 billion as the proof, and a financial architecture built on rubles and yuan rather than dollars as the direction. The statement was warm in tone, but precise in content. Every line was calibrated to tell the world what Russia and China are building together and what they are building it against. The economic dimension of Putin's message was the most concrete. He said Russian-Chinese trade turnover continues to grow and has long exceeded $200 billion. He added that settlements between the two countries are almost entirely conducted in rubles and yuan, a detail that carries significance far beyond bilateral commerce. If the world's two largest non-Western economies are conducting trade outside the dollar system, the implications extend to every country considering alternatives to dollar-denominated exchange. Putin framed this not as a political statement, but as a natural evolution. Major initiatives are being implemented in key areas of cooperation, he said. The language was institutional. The signal was structural. Russia and China are not just trading more, they are trading differently. Then came the line that every foreign ministry watching the statement would have flagged. Putin said the close Russian-Chinese strategic partnership plays an important stabilizing role on the world stage. And then he added a qualifier that is both diplomatic and strategic. We do not ally ourselves against anyone, he said, but work towards peace and global prosperity. That framing is deliberate. It allows Russia and China to deepen military cooperation, coordinate at the UN Security Council, expand BRICS, and build parallel financial systems while maintaining the position that none of it is directed at any specific country. Whether Washington reads it the same way is the question the statement does not answer. Putin described the relationship in terms that go beyond economics and diplomacy. He said both countries show a willingness to support each other on issues affecting the fundamental interests of the two countries. including the protection of sovereignty and national unity. That language applies directly to two of the most sensitive geopolitical files in the world. For Russia, sovereignty means Ukraine. For China, national unity means Taiwan. By framing mutual support in those terms, Putin is telling Beijing that Moscow's backing on Taiwan is linked to Beijing's backing on Ukraine. The exchange is not stated as a transaction, it is stated as a shared principle. But the practical effect is the same. So this is what Putin said before arriving in Beijing. He called the relationship unprecedented. He cited trade above $200 billion conducted in local currencies. He said settlements have moved almost entirely out of the dollar. He emphasized sovereignty, national unity, and mutual support on fundamental interests. He said they do not ally against anyone while describing a partnership that coordinates across the UN, BRICS, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. And he closed by saying he is confident both countries will continue doing everything possible to deepen the partnership for global security and stability. The visit has not started yet, but the message has already been delivered. And the message is that Russia and China are no longer building a relationship. They are operating one.
Hedo bi ya sise waje be no ti kan. The truth is